Hello, everyone. Ohayo gozaimasu. Welcome to Ohio Anime. Irashaimase. My name is John, and tonight we will be discussing Dandadan Season 2, the finale episodes. So hopefully you're caught up on the Dandadan anime, because that's what we'll be diving into in spoilerific detail. And to do so, we have our regulars, Andrea and Phil. How's it going?
Hey.
Good. Hey.
Phil's the wannabe Mecha Buddha. Okay.
Yes. I put that in there like an hour ago. I forgot about it until now.
Nice. Okay. Well, welcome in. Glad you guys could be here. Tonight's plan was Lord of Mysteries, but Phil seemed pretty excited about Dandadan, and that was easier for me to catch up on. So
perfect.
That's what we're diving into tonight.
For the record, I'm also excited about Lord of Mysteries. End of.
Okay.
That season finale was also epic. I don't know if you guys haven't seen it yet.
No.
Okay, cool.
Okay. That's good. Excellent. Very good. Speaking of other animes, are there any amazing new shows either of you have started? Or did you happen to manage to make it to the Demon Slayer movie?
Sadly, no.
Unfortunately, not. I am wearing my Demon Slayer shirt in homage to it, though. I do. I actually read an article that said I just kind of assumed it would come to streaming in a few weeks. Like it's been a couple weeks in theaters, but I read an article that was like, well, when Overlord movie got a theatrical release, then it came out on streaming like that spring. It was like a similar timeline. So it was like fall theater release, and then I was like, oh, I don't want to wait until spring to watch it, so maybe I do need to go see it in theaters. I was kind of assuming I could just watch it soon, but if it's not going to drop anytime soon on streaming, then I might just go see it, especially if it's going to be in theaters for a while still.
See, that's your good case study there, because that's, I'm sure, what a lot of execs talk about. Like, well, what if we keep this, if that's what people's in their mind a lot for movies. Like, hey, maybe I should just wait because it won't be that long and I can just watch it at home. But if it's like known that, hey, no, this is going to be a while.
Yeah.
Maybe I drive to the theater.
Multiple sources say 2026.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So I didn't. It's unfortunate that like new movies, just like regular movies, you can like after not too long you can buy to watch like on.
Yeah.
So I mean, I paid $20 to watch it at home. But I don't think there's going to be an option because it's going to be on Crunchyroll. But Crunchyroll doesn't offer like those like premium movie like purchase options.
Well, I'm sure they'll sell it too. I'm sure it'll be available to
sure, like Blu-ray or something.
Yeah.
Well,
or just on Apple or Amazon or whatever, maybe
maybe I might just do that then if that's going to be not too long.
Well,
no, it's not.
It's
not. It'll be around the same time. It's just saying like you don't have to go to Crunchyroll. You could pay X amount of dollars to watch it on, Apple or whatever. But yeah, I'm seeing the earliest date that was thrown out by a couple different people was January 29th. And that's looking like the earliest they feel it could possibly be.
And it'll run in theaters as long as people are going to see it, you think?
No, it won't do that.
I doubt that. But I mean, I bet it would be.
Is there like an end date? Like, or is it just kind of
I think they have different agreements sometimes, with a typical movie, you have different agreements with different theaters. So sometimes theaters will hold on to something longer. And then sometimes there's the second run theaters. So it's out of most theaters, but then there's the theaters that pick up the ones that have kind of just gone away.
Yeah.
So, but typically that's not the way anime movies work. Typically they've been short run.
Mhm.
You know, they'll do like a weekend, maybe the
Right.
2 weeks, and then
Yeah.
that's it.
Right.
Yeah,
But
but it's
I
never
feel
been
like
as
it's
popular
different with this.
before in the mainstream.
Yeah, I feel like this is a different case.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I feel like it would have to be a solid month, right? At least.
I think you should just go this week, Phil. You better go.
It might have to. Maybe this coming weekend. What are we doing?
But well, anyways,
Red
if either
Fest.
you get to it, let me know. Chat
Mhm.
if you make it to the movie, let us know.
Okay,
But
will do.
2026 is a while to wait to avoid spoilers. So
Yeah. No
Yeah.
kidding.
my
What are you guys planning to do?
biggest concern.
You gonna wait? You gonna go see it?
I mean,
I'm hoping
I
to
would-
go see it, but timing is tricky.
Sure.
yeah, it's a particularly busy moment right now. So
Mhm.
Yeah,
it's
sure.
not
Same.
looking good for me.
Okay.
Yeah, if it could hang on till early October, that would be lovely, or beyond.
Being Ashley doesn't care about it, I could go after the gym some night if they did a late enough showing. I just would kind of want to do that if I knew I wasn't working the next day or something.
Right.
So that's
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty long.
It is.
But
yes.
yeah.
It is
But I had a buddy see it, and he asked me, "Do you want like any details?" I said, "I just want your like 1 out of 5, or your 0 to 5 star rating. That's all.
Yeah.
Like nothing else." And he gave it a 4 out of 5. So
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, I
think
mean
it's generally well
it's
received.
yeah, it's looking highly rated.
Yeah. So
Okay. Well, none of us have managed that. Any
I
other
wish.
big shows that really started up this last week or so?
No, I
must
don't
know
think
about?
Dana and I started My Dress Up Darling season 1, but that's not a
Right.
new show.
Yep.
It's
Mhm.
new to us. So we were 5-ish, 6 episodes, 7 episodes into that.
Oh, okay.
We were decently into it. On Friday night, I was like, I'm going to catch up on To Be Hero X. And I was like, I told Dana, I was like, I think I'm like 3 or 4 or 5 episodes behind. I was 10 episodes behind. But
They come
okay.
fast, don't they?
yeah, but I watched 8. I was like, I'm gonna really stay awake. I'm gonna power through. I stayed up till like 1 a.m. Watched a ton of To Be Hero X. It's getting so good now that they're towards the end of the season. So I have 2 episodes left.
Awesome.
Yeah,
very good. Yeah, I'm excited to get into that one with some of these other shows wrapping up. I don't know, because this season was obviously crazy for a bunch of things I wanted to watch. And then there was holdovers from the season before.
Right.
We'll see what this next season has in store. If I'm going to get further and further behind yet or what. But I read the volume 14 of Dandadan. So I'm pretty caught up on that. Next volume is expected in October here.
Okay.
So, and then I continued through with trying to catch up with Lord of the Mysteries. So made it a few episodes further in that.
Yep. Okay,
Same.
cool. Yeah, I'm done with Lord of Mysteries. Now done with Dandadan. Almost done with Be Hero X.
That's good progress.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'm close. It's nice when you're finally like, it's like finishing a task at work. It's like closing it out.
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
Sometimes when you're like, oh, I have like 7 shows and I'm like a couple episodes away from finishing, and then it feels like I'll work. But One Punch Man season 3 starts in like early October. It's very soon. Very soon. That's coming to Hulu, which is kind of a pain, but
okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been an interesting story for that one. Or path journey.
I'm hoping they do a good job. We're heading into a really good arc in the manga, so
okay.
I'm hoping it's like it's a kind of wild arc, I would say. So should be good.
Well, speaking of wild, we should get into Dandadan because it is indeed wild. Just before we do that, I want to make sure everybody's reminded to subscribe, like, share, all those sorts of things in all the places. This is streaming now on X, YouTube, and Twitch under the Popcast on the Rocks channel. Later, you want to find this video on demand sort of thing, trimmed up and everything, you can find it on our Ohio Anime YouTube channel. And then this will go to regular podcast directories as well under our normal Popcasts on the Rocks. Everything that you can find on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and a whole bunch of other ones. So do all those things, and then check out our friend Mike too, Track Mouse. He's been putting up new things and everything because he just got second place at the last place he was at. So
he did.
Yeah.
Congrats, Mike.
You know what they say though? If you're not first, you're last. Just kidding, Mike. They do say that though.
No, they don't. That's.
I think they do. I heard. I didn't just make it up.
No, it's in the movie. It's in,
Ricky Bobby.
Ricky,
Yeah.
But
well, technically, his father, Reese Bobby, says it first.
Says it when he's like drunk at some point or whatever.
Right. Yeah, I've never seen this movie. I wouldn't know.
No, I don't think I've ever seen it once.
Real. Phil run real good today.
Right. Well, Okurun does run really well, I'd say.
He does.
And
you couldn't even keep the joke going and butcher your grammar to say Okurun run real good today.
No, I guess not. But Dandadan season 2 just concluded, and that really went quickly. I mean, it is kind of a modern day full season based on yesteryear half season.
Right.
So when we talked about season 1, it was, we didn't like the way it ended, and I don't want to like jump all the way necessarily, but just like satisfaction wise,
so much better
where this one ended.
Amazing.
So much better.
I didn't mind how season 1 ended. It was weird to end on such a big cliffhanger, but they also ended on a pretty big cliffhanger this time too. So
yes, but they did a very satisfying wrap up of that story before introducing the next one.
If you put it in the perspective of this really should have been one season, first season and second season, it was just like one long season. The end of season 1 really wasn't like an ending. Like that's why it felt so weird. We talked about this. Seems like a weird place to stop. It's because it's not the end of a season. Not even really,
totally. I agree with that. I agree with that completely. I'm just saying then, like, if you know you're gonna have a break, plan that better. If that was unbroken, absolutely, I would have never said a word about it. I would have been like, well, I mean, that's kind of weird, but next week I would have been right in there.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know. I think, I mean, I'm not. It's a small complaint. In my opinion.
Yes. The show quality is overall consistently very high. It's a great show. It's just, it was a weird large pause. Whereas this one, I was like, thank you for introducing like a mystery that I'm going to be, or like, and obviously a situation that I'm going to be like, oh, what are they going to do? But, the big battle wrapped up. So I'm fine. I'm good.
Yeah.
So this really was, this season about Gigi and the evil eye and getting that under control, or how we're going to live with that or whatever.
Yes.
Right.
And then the introduction of Quinta, forget his name exactly. I think it's Quinta here on the screen. If you're watching the Uber dork into Gundams,
he's quite fun.
Quinta, Lord Sexy Pants, Machine Eagle.
Why can't I have the spicy talk? Why can't I do the spicy talk?
Oh, yeah.
I was reading online and like comments and stuff on YouTube videos, and people were like, oh, just wait till this Quinta guy comes. He's like one of the best characters in the manga. And I was just like, I haven't heard of that. I mean, he's beyond where I read the manga. So I was like, I was expecting big things, and then initially I was like, this guy is strange, but it's great. Obviously, grows on you very quickly, and he's hilarious. And then the whole piloting of the Buddha robot,
yeah,
it's just excellent.
So you liked him, Andrea? Did you like him? You like this character?
I mean, by the end of this arc, I do like him. I think they knew what they were doing writing wise, setting it up that he's not exactly an initially likable character. He's
Oh
very
yeah.
off-putting.
Yes.
And then you see his background, and basically, he's a kid who loves what he loves and
Yep.
got bullied because people can't just let stuff go and let people have things that they super enjoy without making
Right.
fun of them.
Right.
So I mean, again, Dandadan is really great at, playing a surface level game and then doing something deeper with each character that really can tug on the heartstrings and get you emotionally connected and empathized with that character. So again, they did a great job here because I did when I watched that, I was like, I should give Kinta a break. You know,
Well,
I mean, he is a little weird with like the fixation on spicy talk, but I mean, his fixation on robots and how cool he thinks they are, awesome.
yeah.
That's exactly how we were introduced to Momo and um Okarun because, she's fixated on ghosts and he was fixated on
Sure.
aliens. So
Right. He fits into the group well, I would say.
yes.
They're it's a classic collection of misfits story archetype, and he's a misfit, and he has, it's like they all have a skill or some
Yeah.
sort of like expertise area, and so he slips right in. And I enjoy, like, really the shaking his sweat onto Gigi, like some of that stuff I think is hilarious. So
Yes,
it's
absolutely.
funny. And really, he only was fixated on spicy talk because he thought that's what was getting. He just wants to like know how to talk to girls. He just happened to overhear that Okarun, he thought they were into spicy talk, and then because he was misunderstanding. But
Right.
so I don't think he's like a perv, even though they call him the perv.
I mean, I think he might be a little bit, but no, I don't think that he's just sort of like going to be,
Sure.
bringing up like random, weird, gross stuff or like
No.
random sex stuff. But I do agree. I think he was
wiener.
He's just trying to connect with his peers.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. But he's definitely going to continue to be awkward in a
Yeah.
sexual way for a little bit.
Sure. Well, he is a 15-year-old boy, so I mean that's just going to come with the territory. But
yes.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I never cared for the character all that much, though. I like the ensemble that is growing here.
Yeah,
and so that's always been. Yeah, I almost always liked the comic books or whatever that have the team element, and so even if you have an individual that's not so great, they add something to the whole, and so I do think he adds something. He's definitely the con goer of the group.
Yeah.
But it's fun what the little different ability he adds here. And I have to say, this whole bit with him and everything came up a little faster than I had anticipated from the manga. It's like, I don't know. I'm happy with it. To me, this kicks off my I think the coolest storyline in Dandadan so far. I've had the most fun with. So
yeah, excellent. I thought it was a little strange that in these last like couple episodes when they're dealing with this space kaiju, like Grandma and Turbo Granny were like not hardly in it at all. Where are they?
Well, Momo said she's doing a television interview in a different prefecture.
Right. And Turbo Granny went with her?
Snuck away, maybe?
I mean, she seems to be like, with her most of the time, right?
I guess, but a lot of times she's with the kids though, so she was just not there. Usually she's like somewhat involved, but it's fine. I'm just curious. Just thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
I briefly, like in the back of my head, was like, oh, interesting. Like they're nowhere to be found. But
yeah, I think the back half of this half a season is quite a bit better than the first half. I really I like the first half. I quite like the first half too, but it just really hit its stride, kind of like after like the I think after we got through like the practice episode when they went to the school and fought all the dead composers, from there on it really just took off.
Mhm.
The stuff
Okay.
with the big worm and the weird family and the evil eye, that was good, but once they kind of got control of the evil eye and evil eye's character starts to come to life and be so hilarious,
Mhm.
and all this fun space kaiju versus mecha Buddha, oh, it's just like that. You were getting wacky, and I'm just here for it.
I think maybe the difficulty in the first half of the season was there was a lot of fronts happening. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? They had the
sure.
weird family, they had Gigi, like,
Yep.
going through what he was going through. I mean, first with his parents at his creepy haunted house, and then also like ending up, taking on Evil Eye, plus the worm. Like
Yeah,
many things were happening, and sort of like
totally.
in the latter half of the season, it was like more focused, you
Mhm.
know, um fights and enemies to conquer. So yeah, so I feel like it was just a little more like centered so that you could just focus on one thing at a time.
True. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it was. I haven't been able to pinpoint. I didn't enjoy as much in the manga, and I didn't enjoy as much in the anime. The stuff with the worm and
Mhm.
Yeah.
Gigi under there. I liked it a little more in the anime
Sure.
because of what a great job they did with the action sequences.
Mhm.
And the colors and the music like they typically do in this
Yeah.
show.
Oh, sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That added a level to it.
Mhm.
And then I'd forgotten about the whole music bit.
Mhm.
But I ended up enjoying that episode quite a bit.
Oh yeah,
And then
with the seance. Oh, I love that episode.
no, with the composers, the one that you're a little iffy on or
Oh,
whatever,
yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
I still liked uh Ida's ability to, moment to shine a little bit in there and
Sure.
stuff. I was happy that they went on a kind of little mission thing. And
Yeah.
then yeah, so once they got to the band and trying to exercise Evil Eye, I was kind of that's to me where it really picked up, where we
Yeah.
got into how are we going to deal with and that shouldn't be the part that I'm more excited about. I think the part where we're trying to deal with Gigi and the Evil Eye, like that just seems less cool than these big fights or whatever. But I like it more, and then I get to see, it's Momo getting that little offshoot episode where she has the job at the maid cafe, the
Yeah.
little setup
Mhm.
there.
Mhm.
Yeah, fun things, and then
Yep.
moving into this, I really like how convenient we can have this. I love that there's no need to explain or really make things make sense. Like,
No.
oh, alien tech that's nanobots, and you can
Yeah.
form anything with your mind.
I mean,
Oh,
in
why the
theory,
sky went all?
nanotechnology, nanobots, in theory, could like do that in the far future.
Yeah, right. No, for sure. I don't know what
Like that is how
powers them, but
nano machines work. They like kind of,
yeah.
but
Yeah,
technology.
I was thinking about this today because I saw someone the other day, they were saying like, oh my, I'd never liked a single thing of anime for years. And then I watched Dandadan and thought it was awesome. And,
Wow.
and yeah, it's interesting. And so this was kind of the example to this person, like, what little taste ye have that, like this is the only thing that could drive you in. But I guess everybody's has their something,
I guess.
And so I was just looking
Yeah.
at like Dandadan is it's candy. It's like a candy buffet.
Yeah.
It's a candy buffet. You're going through, or it's a 10-course candy, chef presentation,
Yep.
and you get Skittles, and you get Reese's Pieces, and it's just colorful and delicious. And
Mhm.
every once in a while, they just like throw you for a loop, and they shove a little tiny saucer plate on in front of you. It's got
Mhm.
a little cube on there of like layered gelatin and fudge, and it's like got a little salt on top. When you taste it, and there's like a sweetness and an umami flavor in it, it's like, whoa, you just blew me to another plane
Yep.
because this is spectacular.
Yep.
And then the next course is a Twinkie. You know, it's like it's.
Mhm.
I don't know. That's how I describe the show, because it's just fun, but every once in a while it really surprises you. And so I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No.
I think it's kind of, you know, exactly what I'm looking for every week. So.
Yeah, I love it. Yep.
I find that wild that like for years anime had nothing to offer, and then Dandadan.
I mean, they weren't looking hard enough then, because there's lots out there that's also
Right?
really good.
Right,
But
it says nothing. I don't want to downgrade like the appeal and the quality of Dandadan because it's high. It's just you know,
Dandadan is like, awesome, but I can tell you 15 other anime off the top of my head that are also really awesome.
Exactly.
That most people would like, but
yeah, does this show, because it is, you know, candy chef's tasting. Is there like is it making it into like your top anime? You know, because think of like we did like the top 10 list before or something like that, and
we should do that again though. We should do an episode on that.
We
like
should
top 10 lists. That come
we have like, you know, 2 seasons of this, which is kind of like one full one now, classically, and yeah, I mean, how does it stack up? Is it like is the candy enough to make it in there, or are you like and I need more substance?
I'm looking for my like. I thought I had like a big anime list of like,
because it's kind of the thing, like people, if you pick your favorite movies, a lot of times people's, at least for me and my awareness, is people's favorite movies often aren't comedies. You know, they're like what's the dramatic one that really hits me, or something. You know, it needs to be a couple more layers or whatever than like, oh well, that was just really funny.
Sure.
But maybe that's unfair. I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's up there. I would say I can't find my list, but I would say it's in my top 5 or
okay.
Certainly
Dandadan's in your top 5.
I'd have to like do some think on it, but certainly in my top 10.
Same. I'd have to think about, you know, where this would be, but certainly in a top 10, I think that's fair to say.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I really don't know. I can't
fair enough.
have to look at my list too yet.
I also, you know, if I've been watching anime since I was like 12 or whatever, and I had some like nostalgic love for some of the old ones, I like a lot some of the old ones, but they're generally not ones that are going to be in like my top 10.
Interesting.
But
well, we'll have, I mean, for another episode, I guess, but I'd like to know, you know, I know you've talked about it as we've gone through, but I'd like to know some of your older ones then that you're kind of talking about here.
Sure.
That
I mean, I could
love, but don't quite make the cut.
Oh, ones that would make the cut for top 10?
Yeah, that you know, if you're saying, well, most of a lot of the stuff that you really love now is something a little newer or more modern, and the older ones that maybe someone has nostalgia for is not doing it for you as far as getting into the best of the best.
Like, for example, it's not that I mean, it's so subjective, right? Like, you can look at 10 different best of the best anime or like definitive anime list or whatever. Depending on the author, they're going to get a bunch of different anime. Like, and there's a difference between like anime that every anime fan should watch once in their lives versus like definitive top list, like Neon Genesis Evangelion. Like, I agree, it's something that everyone should watch once, but I wouldn't say it's one of my favorite anime. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And I don't think it's necessarily like a top 10 anime of all time, in my opinion. I mean, it's really good, and it's obviously some like foundational and stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah, that depends on your, you know, if you're ranking by, you know,
depends what you're
by value or what is like added to the the genre
Right.
or the medium, whatever, or if it's
I
like,
would-
well, my favorites.
Sure. I would just be
personal
ranking it
favorites.
on like what do I like to watch the best? What just like do I enjoy watching? I mean, like something like Yu Yu Hakusho, beloved anime. I've seen, I don't know, like half a season. I haven't. I kind of fell off because there's just so much else I'm watching. I'm sure there are people who are like, oh God, Yu Yu Hakusho is my top 5. No, no sweat. But like, I would never put that in my top 10. It's really good, but it's just not. I just don't have the same
It's not
nostalgia
your
for it,
jam.
and it's such a different. It's like from such a different day and age in anime that I just didn't like live through, that I'm not like that into it. It's good, but I don't like love it.
Okay.
I think I'm sure if I watched anything from Hunter x Hunter or some of those older anime that have been running for a long time, I think I'd feel similarly.
Bleach.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would say if you give the first, if you really wanted to go into first 3 seasons of Inuyasha.
Sure. Yeah, I'm not opposed. I don't know.
Find yourself in a
about not
lull.
watching it. It's something about watching things in their time, like when they're
Yeah, but
popular.
I love watching them when they're not in their time. But like to me, a lot of times the stuff that is now, it has to do something extra to excite me versus I'm kind of interested in something that was, because now, I grew up with the era you're talking about, but
Right.
I like going back now to like Dirty Pair that was 80s, early
Oh,
80s
sure.
or something like that,
Sure.
stuff in the late 70s, go back further to before I really got into it.
Sure, fair.
I think it would be really interesting, Phil, if you watched Ranma 1.5, both, and just like both series, and just just see what you think of it.
Compare and
like
contrast.
The older, because like I remember watching the older series first because we watched a couple episodes at a con and loving it, like thinking it was hilarious and super funny, and I was very surprised at how much I enjoyed it. And then I also have watched, I haven't watched all of it, but I have watched some of the new Netflix series, and I've enjoyed that as well.
Yeah. Okay.
So I've been thinking to myself also, like, I would be really interested in my reaction to like go full on both and then see what I think.
Sure.
If there was like a better one, or if I was just like situated in their times, like I enjoy both, or like would I really have a strong reaction to one or the other?
That's a great question. I saw the whole season of the new one on Netflix.
Right, but I'm correct. You haven't.
No,
yeah.
I
Okay.
haven't seen the old one. So, no, that's good. That's a good point. I did do something similar with I watched the newer reboot of oh my gosh, that Western one with the red coat and the
Trigun.
Trigun. I watched the new Trigun,
yeah.
and then I tried watching the old Trigun, which was also good, but it was like, I don't know. I want to say almost 3 times the number of episodes. So it just moved. I mean, and I think it was more common back then. It moved so much more. After I just got done watching the more condensed, like kind of action packed, newer reboot, it was like really taking a long time to move along. So I don't know.
Phil, you and your TikTok generation attention span.
Yeah,
I was honestly thinking that, but then I was thinking about like watching Solo Leveling and how much I appreciated the anime moving faster, because that was our biggest complaint for the manhwa, was like, oh my god, it's like moving so slow.
Yeah.
Like I remember John and I reading this and we were just like, my lord, like why? Some of the introductory stuff, just the pace was crawling. So I don't know. I mean, 6 of one, half dozen of the other. It could be multiple things.
Right. But to answer, like, I do think, so to answer your original question, John, Dandadan, I put it up there with like other anime I love, like.
Oh, are we talking Dandadan tonight?
We're
taking a very circuitous detour.
Apparently. Like, JJK and Demon Slayer and
Bebop.
See, that's too old for Phil.
I
Bebop wouldn't be in your top 10?
not in my top 10 because I
Wow.
don't like love it that way.
Oh, I
But
do.
I
I was very
understand.
resistant to watching Bebop. I was so like, arm's
Sure.
length of it, and then I really ended up liking it so much more than I
I
expected.
really liked it. There was parts I loved, like the fight scene in the church with
Yeah.
Walk in the Rain playing in the background with Vicious and Spike. That
Yeah.
was wonderful. That's one of my favorite scenes of all time. But overall, it's just I get that it's like probably one of the top 10 most important anime of all time. I agree with that, but it's not in my top 10. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm
Sure.
saying. It's so subjective.
It is. It totally is.
But like Chainsaw Man and One Punch Man and like some of those anime, those are some of my favorites that I put Dandadan up with those ones. I would say I love it. There were so many scenes. I remember watching the finale on Friday night. I watched it before I binged all of To Be Hero X, and there were like scenes where I'm like, I wish I could like do like a freeze frame of several of these scenes and like make them into a shirt, just because like just like a bunch of them like with Momo and like stuff was blown up behind her and her hair was just all it went like the colors they used and I was just like, that's a cool shirt right there. Like I was like,
are you talking about the very last
scenes.
Are you talking about one of the very last frames of this season? Because when she reacts to our big surprise, because I loved that.
That was awesome. But there were some other ones too. There were some other ones too where I was like, there's just some cool, just like it was just so excellent. Like I think it's up, like that episode was up there with some of my favorite like other episodes of other like my favorite shows. So yeah, I would put it up there. I think it compares. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do we?
Yeah.
It's a gorgeous shot.
It is.
It's good. It's like crushing. Her heart is melting in her hand.
Yeah.
In her house.
Yeah.
Yeah, in her house. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'll rebuild.
I presume they can put it back together.
Nanotechnology. Yeah. But, if not, I'm pretty sure Gigi's parents still have like all the stuff to build them a house.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. One little pickup truck worth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So do we have any real complaints about the latter half of this season or this last few episodes or anything like that?
I don't think so. I'm trying to think if I had to like if I was like someone else. I mean, it's not for everyone, I will say. Dana doesn't love it. I keep trying to get her to watch again. She's like, it's not my kind of like humor and the act. It's too weird. It's just she doesn't love it. So it's not for everyone.
I get it.
Not for everyone. But it's for a lot of people. And if you like it, you'll love it. So, if there's someone watching our show who hasn't seen Dandadan before, then I don't know what they're doing with their life. You got to get on it. Why are you watching us here? Go watch it.
Was
do you feel like you have a complaint, John?
In this latter half, not really. Maybe they could have sped up some of the robot stuff a little bit, something a little more interesting than some of the punches. But sure. I did really like the earlier elements of the combat. Ira and her hair, and there's some really cool usage of that and their powers together. That was all good
in the robot.
Yeah. Like, well, before they got in the robot, really.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Sure.
Yeah. When they were trying to deal with the kaiju themselves before the house, and then the house comes together and they do that, and that's cool. But to me, that's the bit that maybe went on a little long or whatever.
Sure.
And then the robot transforms the one time and all that sort of thing. But that's minor. Did
you guys see the Gurren Lagann homage with the glasses?
Yes, I was just about to say that. Holy cow!
Cool. That was super cool.
I enjoyed that a lot.
Yep. It's so no, I music was really good again this season. Visually it was really good. They do just the right times and the right amounts of like when you make the animation sort of or the art minimalist in a way. You could see almost see a little more of the lines. It feels intentional versus like Jujutsu Kaisen, it feels like we ran out of time kind of thing. It doesn't.
Yeah.
This doesn't feel unfinished. It's
Sure.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
So
No. Yep.
I like that.
Mhm.
Anybody have any like the character development surprises or anything you did or didn't like where relationships went or how characters progressed?
No, I think it feels about right as far as like Momo and Okarune's relationship. Like they're both
Yeah.
getting there, I think, but then they couldn't like become boyfriend and girlfriend yet because it wouldn't have made the end of this season as like shocking.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess.
Or would it make it more shocking?
Right. Well, maybe. Then she would just go and like punch her or whatever. But now she's gonna. I don't know.
I guess the one maybe sort of small note I have is once Okarun and Gigi / Evil Eye were ejected from the robot, I mostly liked their commentary and their sort of, like, what can we do?
Yeah.
I didn't love like Gigi just being like, don't tell me what to do. I'm going to go do random stuff. I'm going to stand up on this building. I'm going to go over here. I was just sort of like, why do I need to see that? I don't,
Sure.
It was just sort of a little bit of like, that's random, but I enjoyed when he became Gigi again and they, carried the kaiju back and stuff. And that was hilarious. He's like, oh, threw up a back. Like, that stuff was fun. But yeah, I just was sort of like, why am I looking at Evil Eye being super petulant and,
Sure.
And also like not listening to Okarun. He's like, I don't care about our agreement. We're just going to I'm going to go fight stuff now. And I was like, wait, but that was like a whole funny thing that they hammered out and they're going to fight once a week. Does that mean that's not happening?
Well, he didn't fight anyone, He said
I know, but
he kept saying he wanted to kill.
I know. It was just sort of like, that's fine. That's fine. Like,
They ran out of things for Okarun and Evil Eye to do.
They did.
While the others were in the gun.
They did. They did. And I just sort of was like, you could have, it's okay. Like they could have just been ejected. We see that they're fine. They're going to figure out what to do and they come back at the end and, like take care of the kaiju and stuff.
Okay. So again,
finally, a very minor complaint, but just sort of like, I could have skipped over some of that.
Fair enough. I enjoy like the petulant humor, so I'm like, I think Evil Eye's personality is quite funny, actually. Especially when he's like, I want to murder.
I did enjoy like the shot of him on top of the building, like that we just saw that John had just brought up, and where he was just like, no, I don't like it. I did enjoy that. I just felt like it was sort of like trying, like John said, they were trying to give them something to do. So it like kind of went on and I was like, that's fine. You could have just shown me like one shot of that.
Yeah. Fair. Yeah. I kept waiting for Evil Eye and Okarun to do something more to help attack the space kaiju. It's like, you guys can do stuff from the ground. You're actually better off outside the mecha than inside it. You can,
I think it would have been cool if like, they just were going to fight and they couldn't stop the Evil Eye. So he wouldn't take no for an answer. And so they started fighting. And then that like kind of their collateral damage affected the kaiju Gundam fight, he gets kicked into the foot of the kaiju and he topples because of it. And so like, there's two battles going on right there that are both interfering with one another or something. And I know that, Okarun had gone all out twice and he can't again or whatever, but I don't know the recharge time on that.
Refractory period, I think they call it, John.
Okay. You just give it 20 minutes and you can get going again.
Right.
That is something I would be interested to learn in, later parts of another season. Like what is the time on that?
Yeah.
I'm assuming this chick's an alien. She's got a little antenna, so.
Yeah.
What do we think of the surprise reveal of what's inside the kaiju?
I was not expecting it at all.
I was not expecting her, but the second I saw her, I was like, she is going to make a move on Okarun. Like straight up. I expected that 100%. And then they turned away and they turned back. And I was like, yep, absolutely. For sure. That's what she did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Quinta is just going to be even more.
Mhm.
What the heck? How he
Incensed,
didn't even
yeah.
get to say anything spicy to her yet.
Mhm.
And yeah.
Okarun's just a pimp. I don't know. All the ladies
Yep.
love Okarun.
Yep.
They do.
LL.
The
OJ.
unassuming nerd.
Yep. Yep. It's the quiet ones, man. You gotta watch out.
Guess so.
Mhm.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm excited for you to, learn more about this character and see where this all goes.
Yeah.
We'll probably have to wait. I don't know, what was it? Wait between season 1 and season 2? I feel like it was a pretty quick turnaround. Was it a year and a half?
It was, but
Just
it's
a
really
couple
one
months.
season. I think it's going to be a good year or more before the next season comes out. Next
Think
summer,
so?
maybe.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't think it'd be shorter than that, but
Oh.
next summer at the earliest. But
Yeah.
maybe it could do like next winter. Like say
Yeah.
more a year and a half.
Yeah, that
I
seems
feel like that
reasonable.
was what we had for the other one. It's like, oh, that's
Ooh.
good. That's
Hey, it's in production.
Yeah.
It's confirmed. And let's see.
target release date.
Oh, yeah. They said don't expect it in 2026.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I bet when they drop it again, I wonder if they'll do the same thing where it's like we're going to
Sure.
give you a half a season and then a couple months later another half a season.
Yeah, probably. I could see it being early 2027, then winter
Yep.
2027.
Yep.
I
July
think the
2027.
studio is working on a new Ghost in the Shell reboot that's much more in line with the original manga.
Sure.
And
Okay.
I wonder if that will slow anything down or if they've just like ramped up and scaled up.
I don't know.
For those other projects.
I mean, they did a really good job. I'm not super familiar with a lot of their stuff, but they'll certainly get more popular now, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
absolutely.
they've obviously done a really good job. So.
Yep. Okay. Well, unless you got any final thoughts or any predictions going into the next season or something like that.
So hard to even predict what's going to happen
Yeah.
in an anime like this.
Yeah.
I'm trying to decide if I want to read more of the manga or not, or maybe I'll just kind of prefer not knowing.
I typically am the same, but that's the way I usually am. If I watch it first, I'm not reading it.
Exactly.
That's usually the way it goes. So if I'm going to be reading it, and so I started reading Dandadan way before the anime existed. So I just keep reading the manga now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really go the other way around. So
yeah,
usually.
Fair. Same.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Okay. Well, very good. That's Dandadan season 2. One of these days we'll have a show we watch. I mean, it's kind of hard sometimes because we don't do shows as homework. So it's like if you watch the show and get through the whole thing, you probably kind of like it. So then we're not on here like with a big disagreement. So
with a hate watch, yeah.
Yeah, that makes it. That does make it harder. But there's some things like I guess we had issues. I'm going to watch the next season of Jujutsu Kaisen, but I definitely had some issues there. So there's series that have kind of earned my loyalty, but
doesn't
like
mean
there's still going to be problems. So yeah. So okay, well that's Dandadan season 2. Look forward to probably 2027 for season 3, and we'll be talking about Lord of Mysteries next.
Yes,
that'll be probably not this upcoming week here, but the week after that. That's what I'm hoping for there. And
sounds good. Just
subscribe to the channel, follow us along, leave comments and all that sort of thing. Again, check out Trackmouse 34 on YouTube for his cool racing stuff. Check out just Podcast on the Rocks for podcast directories. You'll get this in there. And then Killing the Flower, they wrote a theme song for the regular podcast. So you can check them on music streaming services. And other than that, that'll do it from us. Thank you guys for joining me. And
Thanks for having me.
next time.
See ya.